Okay.
We're ready to go?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay.
So if you can introduce yourself and the wonderful game that you brought to share with us.
I'm with Mayday Games, and we have King's Vineyard here, which is a new game we just released for Essen. We only have a few copies, and they're selling quick. So well, we got a copy for BGG Con. You guys put in your library.
We're very excited about that, so thank you.
Yep, and it's 2 to 4 player game, plays about 30-45 minutes, sometimes a little quicker. We say 8 and up on there. You could probably fit a 6-year-old here pretty easy, though.
If they're a gamer.
Exactly. If they know what they're doing, they can. It's better to, put it a little too high than to have a, 5-year-old disappointed when he can't play it.
Right.
The game is a very simple game. It has several components. It's mostly a card game. The victory points are goblets, which are 1 victory point. The bottles are 5 victory points, and the barrels are 10. Try to keep in the theme of our tokens that we usually like to make. Mayday's pretty well known for that.
Yes, they are.
You also have king cards, and you have some turn order summaries and a starting player card, and then you have your regular cards. So you've got these vine cards are the main card that you're going to be using, and the vine card consists of a grape, and it has a length of vine that the grape will grow to, and then it also has colors here. You'll see this is actually red and purple. It's sometimes difficult to see.
Oh, yeah.
This is just purple.
Gotcha.
Let me find another one that's maybe easier to see the differences.
It's more thematic that way with those colors.
Yeah,
that's
like
a nice
this one
choice.
Here is red and pink.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you can see the differences there.
Oh yeah, and the grapes is too. So you can sort of see that it's for red and pink here.
Yep,
and then there's
a
the
green
pink.
and a pink right there.
Ah, nice, nice.
It's a little better to see. Is that the camera there?
Yeah, there's 2.
Okay.
This one is for the live, and that one is for the feed for later.
Okay, so that's kind of how the cards work. Each card is worth each vine is worth either 1 point or 2. If they have no special sweetness symbol, then they're worth 1, and these with this icon are worth 2. So that's how the scoring will work on those. What you're going to do though is you also have some special cards. What you're going to be doing is you're going to take your card, and on your turn you're going to plant 1 vine. Okay. You'll have 6 cards in your hand. You discard 1 to have 5. You plant a hand, and then once you've planted it, it will also grow a length.
Oh,
so
cool.
This is your length.
Okay.
And then it will grow whatever this number is, between 2 and 3. So this one will grow 1. And then on the next turn it will grow another 1. You could then ripen it if you wanted, or you could wait till the 3rd, depending on your strategy.
Oh, okay.
So at 3, it will then ripen.
And that's when you flip it.
And then
nice.
once it's ripened, then the next turn it will start to wilt. So the vine will wilt. And it will wilt for 3 turns. And once the 3rd wilt has happened, then the vine will die. This will go to your harvest pile, which is where you'll keep your cards you've harvested, and these will go back to the supply. So you have these little cards, which are wilted and non-wilted sides. Really interesting, unique kind of mechanic the way it works. But what you'll do is you've got 6 cards. You also have some special cards. Let me find a couple of those.
Okay.
You have, that's the basic mechanic of how your vines go out. But you also have a fertilizer card, which will let you grow at 1 extra length, so you can add 2 squares to the vine in 1 turn instead of 1 usually.
Okay.
Also, the watering can will let you keep your vine alive 1 turn longer. Instead of having to wilt it 1 turn, you won't have to if you play that. And then you also have the shovel card. If I can find one here.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
I know they're in here somewhere.
Yeah.
You find it. There's only a few of each in each deck. There's one.
There's one.
The shovel card will let you plant 2 vines in 1 turn instead of 1. So.
None. I would like to have that card.
Or none. Yeah, exactly. So what you're going to do on your turn, everyone has a turn summary card, and on the back is the scoring for it.
I love these summary cards because they help you play the game so much. Yeah.
And you can see here on this one it says this is done in order, and then these are all done at once. So everyone's going to get 6 cards. You want to go ahead and get 6, and we'll just walk through the turn.
1, 2, 3.
6.
Okay.
So you'll draw 6 cards. You'll look at them, and then you will discard 1 of them. Okay. Whichever card you want.
Okay.
What's going to happen is there are going to be 3 kings in the deck. 1 at the bottom, and then 2 about a third of the way through. So when the king comes is when you're going to score. And when the king shows up, that's when you're going to want to have all your grapes ripened and nicely pruned for the king. And then based on how nice your grapes are is how you'll score your points.
Okay.
So to start your game, you probably want to start with a 3 or a 4 length grape to plant. And so what you'll do is go through this turn summary. So you draw, then discard down to 5.
Okay.
Or you can discard more if you want. I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 because I don't need the 1s and 2s.
Well, okay.
And then you can discard. and then we will...
I'll discard 2 as well then.
Okay. And then if we already had some grapes out, like later in the game, the next thing would be to wilt. So any grapes you already have out will then start to wilt. Yep. And then if that wilt causes any of the grapes to die, if the last vine has wilted to the other side, then you will pull it out and harvest. We don't have any wilt to harvest, so we'll just
not yet. So we'll go to grow.
We'll just go to plant.
Oh, plant. Okay.
So then we'll plant. So take one of your cards, put it down.
Okay.
And plant it. And then the next turn order is to grow. So you take
so I'm growing.
Just one, very easy. Yep.
Oops, I have mine.
Go left to right.
Yes, I see. Thank you.
They line up and look
so that it looks beautiful. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay. And then once that's done, unless you have a shovel, you can play that at this point. And so go ahead and play that, and then plant a second vine.
Okay.
So you have that, and it will still be unripened.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I played this a few times. I don't think you have. Okay. So you have 2 going. I've got 1, right?
Okay.
And then once that's done, then anything that needs to ripen, nothing's going to ripen yet because they haven't grown long enough. Then we would just draw a new card. So you've only got 1 card left. So you're going to draw 5.
Oh my goodness.
And then the starting player card will then go to you because I've started last.
So I'd still draw 5 and discard 1 as well?
You drive up to 6. So I only have 3. I'm only going to draw 3.
Okay.
Yes. So you draw up to 6, and then you discard at least 1 or more if you want.
At least 1, okay.
Yeah.
And the discard will just say
discard to there,
okay.
and I'll discard this one, and I'm going to discard. Yeah, that's probably all I'll need. Okay. And then you also are going to be thinking about going for colors. So keep in mind you want to have more of the same color.
Oh,
so whatever these are, maybe plant that same one again.
All right.
And then we'll go ahead and go through the same turn order again. We've discarded. Now we'll wilt. Nothing's wilting yet. Nothing's bloomed.
Nothing's bloomed yet.
And no harvesting. So we'll go ahead and go to plant again. So go ahead and plant another grape. And I had that color, so I'm going to plant one of these.
I do this.
Plant that, and then we will go ahead and grow as well. Unless you have another shovel.
I have a 1 vine grows 1 extra length.
So what we'll do on the grow is you'll grow all of them that aren't ripened yet.
Okay.
1 more, so you'll need 3 this time, right? Go ahead.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
And then with your fertilizer, move this out of the way here for you.
Okay.
And then with your fertilizer, you can then grow 1 of them 1 extra length.
All right.
And the more uniform your vines are, the better you'll do. So obviously having 3 of the same length is better.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And I will also play a fertilizer, which will grow this one a second length. Okay. And then we don't have to worry. We've already done grow. Nothing's ripening yet. So we'll go ahead and we'll play 1 more round, and then we'll show you how the scoring works.
Okay, sounds great.
So go ahead and draw.
Draw up to 3.
Actually, I'm starting player, and you can draw. When you draw, you can draw from the pile or from the
discard.
Yes.
Oh.
So starting player has a small advantage. So I'll go ahead and draw that.
Might as well get some
and
fertilizer.
I could draw that, but I'm actually going to draw. Yeah, I will. I'll draw that.
2 fertilizers.
2, and then I'll draw 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so that's all I get. I get 6.
So I get 3 of these.
And you can draw from here too if you want.
I think I'm just going to take these 3. Okay.
Okay. And then for simplicity purposes, we'll assume that you also drew 1 of your 3 was the king.
Oh, okay.
So that would just come out, and then you draw a new one, so you still have 6.
Okay.
And the king is out now, so that means that we will score victory points at the end of this round. Okay. So this so we know. We do all the stuff first, so we have a chance to ripen. Okay. So then we'll go ahead and go through the process again. Nothing to wilt, nothing to harvest, so we'll plant. So go ahead and plant another one if you want.
All right, I'll plant this. Oops, got to plant it this way
first. You can plant another one.
I do.
Oh, good. So go ahead and plant a 5th, so you'll be getting more.
Can they just go up there?
Yeah, that's good. And plant it, plants that way.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And then we'll go ahead and grow.
1, 2.
And you'll need 4,
3,
5.
4, 5.
Yep. Unless you have a fertilizer, you can take more.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So I have 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to plant. I'm going to play 2 fertilizer.
Oh my goodness!
I picked them up a minute ago, so I'm going to take 2 and plant those. So those are all okay. And then at that point, now we can also do. Since the king is coming out, anything you can ripen, you want to ripen. So check and see. This one's 3 to 4. It's at 3, so I'm going to go ahead and ripen it.
Okay.
This one is 2 to 3.
Mine are all 2, 3 so far.
Which is perfect for you.
Yeah.
So the strategy for this comes in.
And what about this one, which I know will probably not be?
Is that a 1 to 2?
No.
Okay, then you can leave that
it's a 2
one.
to 3.
Yeah, so you can't ripen it. But this one here is a 1 to 2. I noticed, right? So you can go ahead and ripen this one too, which you'll want to do.
Okay.
Because you'll score more points that way.
All right.
Okay. So the strategy and interaction comes among us. It's not just a solitaire game where we're just building our own thing.
Sure, sure.
The king coming up, depending on what you do, I may discard more cards or less to make the king come faster or slower, knowing it's a third of the way down, so that maybe all of yours will die, or maybe I'll score points before you can ripen. Just depending on what other people do, you can manipulate the deck.
Okay,
yeah.
that's
so,
good.
At this point, though, we didn't know that. We didn't do anything funky. And the king scoring, so if you turn your scorecard over, your turn summary over, there's the scoring. Okay, and the way the score works is you get 1 point for every grape that's not sweet, and 2 for every sweet grape. Okay, and it's only counting the ripened ones.
I don't have any sweet grapes. No.
So you'll score 4 points for just having grapes. And then you go down to the next line, which is color. You have 2 red, and any 2 of the same color is worth 1 extra victory point. So then you're at 5 points.
Sure.
You have 2 pink, so that's 6 points.
Okay.
And you also have and one purple, so that doesn't count anything extra. So that's 6, right?
Right.
And then you have 3 that are the same length. So down here, 3 the same length, so you'll get 2 more points for that.
Okay.
So now you're at 8 points. You also get 2 points bonus for every color you have more than your opponent of. So if you have the most red, which you do,
but
and
you have definitely the most purple.
Yeah, you have the most red and the most pink. So you only have more purple, you're going to score 4 points for 2 colors you have more of.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you're going to get an extra 4. So you were at, is that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you'll have 11 points. Okay, so your score is going to be 11 points. So you'll take a barrel, which is worth 10.
10 points, and
a cup,
and the goblet or the wine glass.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's your points is 11 points. And then mine, I'll score, I have 3 of the same color. So I score 2 points. Oh, and then the sweetness. So I have 1 for the regular grape and 2 sweet grapes. That's 5 points.
Good.
And then I have 3 green, or purple, sorry. So I score 2 points for that, so I'm at 7.
Sure.
And then I have 3 of the same length, which is 2 more points.
Whoa.
Which is 11.
That's pretty great.
Yep, it's great. And then I have 3 of the same length, and I have the most purple, so I score 2 more, so I have 13.
13.
So I outscored you that first round. So I have 10 and 3.
Okay.
So 13, okay? And that's scoring. That's it. And then we would continue playing. Let's go ahead and play one more round just so we can see how the wilting works.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
And then that way you get a feel for that. And then what would happen is we continue going until the next king comes out. And then there's another king at the very bottom, and the last 10 cards, you put him at the bottom and shuffle him up.
So you don't know
which of the last 10.
I like that.
Kinda
when you don't know.
Kind of like Thunderstone and some others that do that same type of thing. And so we'll go ahead and go one more round though, and we'll just keep these, and you score 2 more rounds, and then the high points is the winner. Or if there's a tie, then the one who's harvested the most grapes that have died is the tie break.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Sure.
But let's go ahead and go through. Let's see, starting player was me, so now we'll go back to you.
All right, so I still...
You can draw from either pile again. Now these are we're probably gonna have 4 or 5 turns till the king comes out again because we drew those fast.
Right.
And so a lot of these are probably gonna die in 3 turns. So
yeah, they will.
During harvest, you can pull those out if you want.
Okay.
So I'm gonna draw 3. And then you need to discard at least 1. So discard that one there.
Would it make sense to discard a watering can?
Probably not now because these are going to start to wilt.
And maybe I would want them to live.
Yeah, okay. At least maybe you can keep one of them alive.
Okay.
So maybe discard something else. I'm actually going to discard 2 more cards just for the sake of the game.
Okay.
Okay, so if you turn your scorecard back over, you'll see where we're at.
This is a really good summary. Yeah.
The draw to discard. And notice that says do that in order because the starting player matters what they draw here.
Right.
Everything else, you don't have to go in order. Once you know what the order is, you can just do it all at once.
Sure.
It's kind of a mad free-for-all that way.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sit there and watch somebody else wilt all their grapes.
Okay.
So now we're going to wilt. So anything that's already ripened, we're going to go ahead and wilt. So you're going to turn 1 of each of the ripened ones over. I have a watering can, so I won't wilt 1 of my 3.
Okay, and me too.
And you'll do the same thing.
Okay,
yep.
so I'll keep that one.
Yep. This is a good example because you have a 1 length. And this one doesn't wilt because it hasn't ripened yet.
Oh yeah, so I don't even have anything there.
That's still going to grow. This one will grow this time.
Okay.
So these aren't going to grow anymore. Once they've ripened, they don't grow. So now we did wilt, now we're going to do harvest. So this one here has no more stem, it's dead.
It's dead, yeah.
So this goes back to the pile, and this goes over to the side as your harvested pile.
Harvested pile.
The tie break.
Okay.
And then in this case, I'm going to you can harvest whatever you want. I know for a fact these 2 are not going to live another 4 or 5 turns.
No.
So I'm going to harvest them now because I can only have 5 growing. So if I had a shovel or 2, I wanted the room in my vineyard to be able to manage those. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest these and put them back because they do me no good. I know I'm not going to be able to keep them alive.
Okay.
and then you know how that works. And so then we did the harvest. Now we'll do the plant again. So go ahead and plant, and this will be our last round. We'll just show that works.
Plant.
Yep, and make sure it's not ripened yet. So it'll be like that,
yeah.
Yep, and then we will grow again.
I'm very excited. I want to grow grapes.
Grow them, yes. So grow that one, and then now this one doesn't grow anymore because it's ripened.
Oh, it's already done.
Once it's ripened, and this one will grow.
Okay.
So
and this one started to wilt, so I can't do anything
Once
with
they
that.
started to wilt, they won't grow anymore.
That makes a lot of sense.
The king, so just managing your vines just for the one king is short-sighted, and you may get stomped on the next round. So you can't just go for the instant kill. You have to keep a good supply of grapes coming the whole time to keep it going. So, and then after the grow, then we would ripen if we need to. I think this one, for instance, you could ripen now if you want to, you can wait.
Okay.
But the king's still far away, so you probably wait.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much the whole game. Like I said, it's 2 to 4 players, so you can play as many as you want. If you play a 2-player game like this, there are 4 colors. There's green, red, purple, and pink grapes. And you would, in a 3-player game, typically take one of those 3 out, or one of those 4 colors out. So you only have 3 colors.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to adjust it for 2 players.
It also shrinks the deck by about a third.
Yeah.
So the game goes about 15 turns each.
Right, which is just right.
Yeah. So it takes about half an hour, 40 minutes to play, no matter how many players you have. And that's pretty much the whole game. It's called King's Vineyard. And
it's a lovely game by Mayday Games, and we're really glad that you came to share this with us, Seth. I love the art.
Thanks.
The art is absolutely stunning, and all these pieces, you guys really thought of a lot of details to put into this game.
Yeah, it's really nice looking.
It's beautiful.
The artist that did it has done some work for Disney. He's done some work for Avalanche, Blizzard Games. So he's done a lot of graphic art. He normally charges a lot more than he did, but he is a friend of ours, and he did it for kind of a really nice price.
Well,
so
it is
above and beyond what we usually get.
Yeah, it's really a stunning looking game. The pieces, I mean, everything. It's just. I think this would be a wonderful gift for somebody who is into wine.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, exactly. One other neat little detail, if you look at some of the cards, not all of them are the same. I'm trying to find one. A lot of them have little insects on them and stuff.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you'll have to
mean,
look through them
the way that grapes are painted and such, I mean, it's so, it just looks really beautiful.
So I can find one.
Really beautiful.
Let me find one that's got
and
like
actually just the
there's some
the
that
vines.
have little snails on them. And,
oh my goodness.
here's one that's got a little ladybug on it.
Oh my goodness, the attention to detail is quite extreme.
Yeah, they're really cute. Here's a butterfly
the directions,
on that one.
I mean, in the little booklet of the directions, of course.
Yep.
It's very elegantly done too.
Yeah,
it matches the cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Seth,
well,
for sharing
thanks for having
it
us.
with us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.